بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد. Nabi alayhi salatu wassalam إذا دخل Rajab قال اللهم بارك لنا في Rajab. He used to make this dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us barakah in Rajab wa Sha'ban, and in the month of Ramadan, وَبَلِّغْنَا Ramadan, and Ya Allah give us tawfiq to reach, to come to see those days where we will witness the month and the Mubarak days of Ramadan. Ibn Rajab rahimahullah used to say that this is a proof bil baqa ila al azman al fadila, that a person can make dua for moments, for occasions where they can get amal salihah and good deeds. فإن المؤمن لا يزيده, that a believer is such that whatever he increases in his life, in his time, is goodness, is productivity, is amal for akhirat. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has sent us for an objective, and a believer understands the purpose of him coming into this dunya, and that's why he is focusing on akhirat, and he is making dua that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives him the opportunity to witness more days of goodness. And likewise, a person, a believer, is amongst the best people whose lives are longer. وَحَسُنَ أَمَلُهُ, and in that lifetime that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, their amal, their good deeds are perfect and the ultimate. And it is said about the Salaf as-Salihin, it was their habit that يَسْتَحِبُّونَ أَن يَمُوتُوا عَقِبَ عَمَلٍ صَالِحٍ, that they would desire to even die doing good deeds, min sawmi Ramadan or ruju'in min hajjin, whether they are fasting, whether they are in hajj, whether they are out in the path of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and they die the death of a shahada. This is the quality, this is the kayfiyah of the people of Iman. The Salaf as-Salihin was such that when they used to become ill, some scholar became ill in the month of Rajab, and he made dua that, oh Allah, delay wafati ila shahri Ramadan. Ya Allah, I wish to die in the month of Ramadan. So the virtues and the fadail of a person dying in Ramadan, and according to his niyyah, فَبَلَّغَهُ اللَّهُ ذَلِكَ وَمَاتَ فِي شَهْرِ Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave him tawfiq, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accepted him, and he died in the Mubarak month of Ramadan. So we also should be making dua, Allahumma rzuqni shahadatan fi sabilik. Oh Allah, let my death be in your path. And Ya Allah, like how Umar radiallahu anhu made this dua, and my death be in Madinatul Munawwara, on the Mubarak blessed lands of my Nabi. And let me pass away in the month of Ramadan on the last 10 days, on the day of Qadr, on the night of Qadr, on the eve of Jum'ah, in Masjidun Nabawi, in Salat, in Sajda. Ya Allah, in that condition, you take out my ruh. So the month of Rajab is at our doorstep now. Ulama have explained, Shahru Rajabin Shahru Zara. This is the month where we plant our seeds. Before a plane takes off, there is a runway. We need to be preparing our runway. وَشَهْرُ Sha'ban, it is a month of irrigating and watering this plantation. وَشَهْرُ Ramadan شَهْرُ حَصَادِ الزَّرْعِ, where a person will now harvest and reap the fruits of his efforts, where they harvest the crops. Likewise it was said, مثل شهر رجب مثل الريح, like wind, and Sha'ban is مثل الغيم, like the clouds. So first you will hear the wind, the strong winds blowing before a heavy rain, then you will see the clouds. وَمِثْلُ رَمَضَانْ مِثْلُ الْمَطَرِ, and Ramadan is like the rain pouring down, where it is the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for us to get the mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we need to understand this amanat and this value of time, which is a great bounty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Either time is my friend or my enemy. A person will decide whether he will overpower time or time will overpower him. Somebody said, I'm great at multitasking. I can waste time, be unproductive, and procrastinate all at once. So it should not be that our days and nights pass and our entire life is a means of regret in the year after. So a person knows that his enemy shaitan is there out there to make sure that he wastes his time. We should not be from those people. إِنَّ فِي خَلْقِ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضِ وَاخْتِلَافِ اللَّيْلِ وَالنَّهَارِ لَآيَاتٍ. In the alternation of the night and day and what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created in the heavens and earth are signs for the people who fear Allah, the intelligent people. لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. So, if we look at the sky in its height and spaciousness, if we look at the earth in its expanse and density, if we look at the tremendous features that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has engineered the planets to move, the solar system, the galaxy, and the earth, Allah has made the seas, the mountains, the deserts, the trees, the plants, the fruits, the animals, the various types of elements on earth, the different colors, scents, tastes. In everything we look, we will see Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is asking us that how many signs pass in front of you. يَمُرُّونَ عَلَيْهَا وَهُمْ عَنْهَا مُعْرِضُونَ. How many signs in the heavens and earth pass by you and you are ignorant about Allah. So don't let this time overpower us. There was once an old man in a village, and in the evening the kids used to play games outside and they used to make a big racket and noise, and this old man was very upset because he could not rest. So the old man said, I'm done with this. So he decided to plan something. We need to plan for akhirat. We need to trap Iblis and shaitan. So one evening he invited the boys into his house. He gave them a nice meal and he said, you know what, I'm very old and elderly and I like the voice of children. So I want you to be here outside my doorstep all the time. And every day that you are here, I'll give you $1. So tomorrow please come again. The boys came as usual. They played more, with more loudness, more noise. And the old man at the end, when they completed, gave them another $1. He did this for 3 days. On the 4th evening, instead of $1, he gave them 50 cents. On the 6th evening, he paid them 10 cents and said, you know what, I'm out of cash. This is what I can afford. This is my last amount. So he said, oh children, would you please come tomorrow and just play? I cannot afford you. So all the children replied in disappointment. They said, we can't come anymore, Uncle Chacha. It is not worth us losing so much energy for free. So the old man had a plan and he got his work done. We need to plan our akhirat. We need to prepare and utilize this time properly. Jibreel alayhi salam said to Nuh alayhi salam, Ya atwal al-anbiya'i umran, kayfa wajadta ad-dunya. Oh, that Nabi that had very long life. How did you find his da'wat alone was 950 years? He replied, Kadarin laha baban, like a house that has 2 doors. Dakhaltu min ahadihima wa kharajtu min al-akhir. It was just like I entered and I departed. That's how fast this duration of my life went. And this ummah is only between 60 and 70 years. How much should we worry about utilizing our time properly? Hasan Basri rahmatullahi alayhi say, Ya ibn Adam, innama anta ayyam. Oh mankind, you are time in itself. You are an epitome of time. Kullama dhahaba yawm, dhahaba ba'duk. Every second that departs is yourself departing. You are disintegrating. You are an amount of molecules, and every second that departs, your molecular structure is disappearing. You are becoming invisible, And a time will come إِذَا ذَهَبَ بَعْضُكَ أَيْ يَذْهَبَ كُلُّكَ. And if some of you is going, then remember all of you will depart وَأَنْتَ تَعْلَمْ, and you are completely negligent about this. فَعَمَلْ فَالْيَوْمَ عَمَلٌ. So rush towards good deeds, because today is the time for amal. Bila hisab, there will be no accountability. وَغَدًا hisab, and tomorrow is the day of accountability. Bila amal, and you will not get a chance to do any action, any good deeds. He used to say, every day the day makes elan, Yabna Adam, O insan, I am a new creation, I am a witness on your deeds, so take provisions from me, for if I pass and I depart from your company, I will never return until the day of Qiyamah. So this guest of time will depart. Ya ibn Adam, bi'dunyaka bi'akhiratika, sell your dunya in exchange for akhirah. Hasan Basri rahimahullah used to say that sell this dunya in exchange for akhirat, and tarbahhuma jami'an, you will benefit multifold. وَلَا تَبِعْ آخِرَتَكَ بِدُنْيَاكَ, don't ever sacrifice and sell your akhirat for dunya. فَتَخْسَرْهُمَا جَمِيعًا, you will lose out completely. إِذَا رَأَيْتَ النَّاسِ فِي الْخَيْرِ فَنَافِسْهُمْ فِي, and when you see anybody doing good, struggle, strive, compete, excel, become number one. وَإِذَا رَأَيْتَهُمْ فِي الشَّرِّ, and if you see them in evil, stay far from that evil. Don't try to come close to them. Don't emulate them. Umar bin Abdul Aziz rahmatullah used to say, the night and day will consume you, or you will consume them. Rather consume them than the night and day consuming you. Hasan Basri used to say, I saw a lot of people who were keener on their times than you are keener on your money. I seen a lot of people who were particular about their time, like how you are particular about your money. You worry about every cent, dollar and dime. When will you worry about every second, minute and hour? Umar bin Khattab rahmatullahi used to say, radiyallahu anhu, I dislike that a man is free and he is not occupied and busy with his deen, or even constructive in his dunya. I'm worried about this person who says I'm free. Hazrat Ali radiallahu anhu used to say that whoever trusts time, time will betray him. Whoever attaches importance to this time, it will disgrace him. Whoever is angry with time, it will spite him even more. Whoever takes refuge with time, it will forsake him. Not every person knows how to hit the target. Not every person knows how to hit the bullseye. This time is in front of you. This arrow is an opportunity. Either you're going to hit the bullseye and the target. When the sultan changes, so does the time. The time evolves. So we need to make sure these are Mubarak days that are coming. Ramadan is round the corner. Last was just Ramadan. Now it's another Ramadan. How the days and nights are flying. A person should, number one, ensure that he does not waste his time. Allah Jalla Jalaluhu has taken an oath. Wal asr. Look after your time properly. Otherwise you will have regrets. Secondly, the free time, the leisure time that we have. Innal insana lafi khusr. Make sure it's not wasted in useless activities. Make sure it is utilized in preparation for akhirah. Number three, let us have a habit and a misaj and a mindset for rushing towards good deeds. Sari'u ila maghfirah, sabiqu ila maghfirah, fastabiqul khairat. Different ayat highlight the importance of rushing and running towards good deeds. Once Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam read the Salatul Asr and he rushed to his home and returned immediately. Somebody questioned him, "Oh Nabi of Allah, you went quickly and came back. What was the hikmah?" He said, I left home a piece of gold which was from charity. I disliked it to remain in my house for a longer period, so I rush to distribute it. When the need comes to do good deeds, rush. Then let us learn from the passage of time. إن في خلق السماوات والأرض لقد كان في قصصهم لعبرة. In different stories, incidents, people of the past, ayat upon ayat, Allah is telling us incidents and stories for us to take lesson. Let us take lesson from the people of the past. Likewise, let us search, number 5, for superior times where we can maximize on akhirat. وَمِنَ اللَّيْلِ فَتَهَجَّدْ تَتَجَافَى جُنُوبُهُمْ عَنِ الْمَضَاجِعِ. Which are the best days, which are the best moments, which are the times of Qabuliya. Let us search for those times and capitalize on those opportunities. Number 6, let us plan and organize our time properly. Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam, day was divided into 3 parts and he had his time allocated for everything. Let us stipulate times for amal, for deen, etc. Kullu shay lahu atad. And his day was planned, that he never did anything spontaneously, but more it was organized. Number 7, the commitments that we have. We stipulated our time, we've stipulated our adhkar, we've stipulated our tilawat. Let us make sure that we are punctual and paband on these amal. Deen revolves around time, whether it's a solar calendar, lunar calendar. Salah teaches us punctuality, actually to be punctual, but more punctual, to come on time and before time as well. There's a virtue for takbir wa ula safi ula. There's a virtue for a person who comes earlier than that. There's a virtue for a person who comes to the masjid when the azan is there and is already in the masjid. Number 8, let us look at those things which are time wasters, those people who are ghafil and negligent of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. نعمتان مغبون فيهما كثير من الناس الصحة والفراغ. 2 blessings many people are in deception about. It is health, which is in an era where we can understand the value in every breath of oxygen and every second free time. So a person will wish, لو لا أخرتني إلى أجل قريب. Ya Allah, give me time, I want to live longer to do good deeds. بادروا بالأعمال سبعا. Nabi alayhi salam encouraging Sahaba, rush towards good deeds before obstacles arise. هل تنتظرون إلا فقرا منسيا. Are you waiting for the time where you will be in poverty, in starvation, it will impair your thought process and you will forget Allah. Or ghinan muthghiyan, or prosperity which will dissuade a person and mislead a person. Or maradan mufsidan, or an ailment which a person cannot obey Allah. Or haraman mufannidan, or a person has come to old age and he loses his senses, senility overpowers him. Or mautan mujhizan, or sudden death. Or a dajjal, or qiyamat. And that's a better occasion to wait for. So every moment that is passing is an opportunity. Allahumma barik li ummati fi bukuriha. Likewise, to stipulate times in the day. Morning time is a time for barakah. So for a person to maximize on this time, we need to see how we utilize it. The month of Rajab is an occasion where we can increase in our ibadat. The Mashayikh have said that is Ashhurul Hurum, Dhul Qada, Dhul Hijjah, Muharram and Rajab. The Muhaddisin have discussed different virtues of which is of priority, whether it's the most raji qawl, which is Dhul Hijjah, and then Muharram and the rest of the months. But these are all blessed months and they Mubarak months. And in a time of ignorance also, there are different customs where they would alternate and change the dates. And Islam came and had finalized the reality and the haqiqat. فَلَا تَظْلِمُوا فِيهِنَّ أَنفُسَكُمْ. So this is an opportunity for the months of these 4 sacred months. وَعَظَّمَ حُرُمَاتِهِنَّ وَجَعَلَ الذَّنْبَ فِيهِنَّ عَظَمْ. Like how guna is evil and bad, but in these months it's the worst. Likewise, amal as-salih wal ajr عظيم. It is an opportunity for a person to grand and grab, to get the grand position in the eyes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in these days. Let us see how we can increase the same a'mal that we would be doing in Ramadan. Let us start doing it. Increase in tilawat of Quran, increase in adhkar, make a niyyah to fast Mondays and Thursdays, ayyam-e-bid, etc. These are Mubarak moments. Let us prepare for this Ramadan. The amal for today is the virtue of consoling a person who is afflicted with a calamity. Man aza musaban falau mithlu ajrihi. If you console somebody who is going through difficulty and hardship, you will get the exact reward which they are getting. ما من عبد مؤمن يعزي أخاه بمصيبة إلا كساه الله من حلل الكرامة يوم القيامة. Any believer who consoles his brother who is inflicted with any calamities or difficulty, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will clothe him with clothes of honor on the day of Qiyamah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq of making amal. Wa akhiru da'wana anil hamdulillahi rabbil alameen.